best record in the NFL.
Yep.
For one. For two is, he does it all. He runs the ball. He throws the ball. He wins games. Whatever you need from Jalen Hurts, he gives you that.
While I don't believe in the Eagles as the favorites to win the Super Bowl, the way the record says to so many people, I am not trying to take away from Jalen. I think he's been excellent, but I do not think he compares favorably this season, if we want to make it just about this season.
Their quarterback can win in a bunch of different ways. Their defense is flexible. That secondary has been amazing this year. So I think we have to be honest about how good they are and how they've separated themselves.
If you've been watching NFL football this season, you have one of two opinions. You either think Jalen Hurts is the MVP or Patrick Mahomes is the MVP. I'm going to tell you why Jalen Hurts is and will be the MVP this season. If you have the same thought as me and think the same thing, drop a big like on the video. Drop a comment below whether you disagree or not. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and have them post notifications on so you can see every single upload from this channel, man. We're going to get straight into it. Now, for all you Patrick Mahomes fans and Chiefs fans out there, I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes is not a good quarterback. What I'm saying is I think Jalen Hurts should win MVP over him, and this is the reasons why. Through Week 14, Patrick Mahomes has 4,160 passing yards, 33 passing touchdowns to 11 interceptions, and a 78.0 quarterback rating. Now, Patrick Mahomes is first in yards, touchdowns, but if you look at his turnovers, he turns over the ball way too much, in my opinion, to be an MVP candidate. He has 11 interceptions, which makes him tied for the second least, I believe, in the whole entire NFL. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather have a quarterback that turns the ball over less. Although Patrick Mahomes puts lots of points on the board, Jalen Hurts doesn't have that many less touchdowns than him. Jalen Hurts only has 3 less touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes on the season total. So it's not like he's scoring way more than Jalen Hurts. Rather, it's through the air or on the ground, Jalen Hurts is still scoring at an elite rate. So far in the season, Jalen Hurts has 3,157 passing yards, 22 passing touchdowns, and 3 interceptions with a 70.5 quarterback rating. Now everybody's saying, well, Patrick Mahomes has 1,000 more passing yards. Well, if that's the case, let's include rushing yards and touchdowns, because if that's the case, Patrick Mahomes only has 2 touchdowns on the ground and Jalen Hurts has 10 touchdowns on the ground. So let's include everything when we're talking about the quarterback, because all that matters at the end of the day is wins. And who has more wins this year between Jalen and Patrick? Hold up. Wait, that's not the only reason why Jalen Hurts is the MVP over Patrick. Jalen Hurts is completing his passes at a higher percentage than Patrick Mahomes, also with a 68 completion percentage. Patrick Mahomes' completion percentage is currently 65.8. He's passing the ball more efficient than him, and he's turning the ball over less. How is the man not better and only has 3 less total touchdowns? And if we want to talk about who has more yards than this person and that person, Jalen Hurts has 400 more rushing yards than Patrick Mahomes. So rather, Patrick Mahomes has X and Y amount of yards more than Jalen Hurts total. Jalen Hurts has more total wins than him this year. Only 1 loss this season, which Patrick Mahomes already has 3 losses this season. Like, please do not let this fly over your head. He has the best turnover interception rate in the NFL and has the second most touchdowns in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts' critics' biggest argument is always, well, Jalen has an elite team around him and Patrick doesn't have this player and this player. He doesn't have Tyreek and this player. That does not matter to Jalen. Jalen Hurts didn't choose his roster this year, and Jalen Hurts also didn't choose his team schedule this year. All he did is put his head down, worked, and is playing and winning at a high level. It might not look the same as how everybody likes the modern passer to be and throw 40 passes. The modern quarterback is changing. It doesn't all have to be passing yards. Jalen Hurts is a triple threat quarterback. His mind, his legs, passing. Jalen Hurts is taking over the NFL. He currently has the best passer rating in the NFL, 4th in completion percentage in the NFL, and he had a 61 completion percentage. Like, come on now, bro. He's tied for second for the most total touchdowns, the least interceptions out of all qualifying quarterbacks. If you go back, look at the Eagles' schedule and look who they play, you tell me one game this season where Jalen Hurts has had a bad game. Jalen Hurts hasn't had a bad game all season this season. And the game they lost to the Commanders to, the interception he threw was a perfect dot in A.J. Brown's hands, and he just happened to bobble it and the defender caught it. And critics love to say that Patrick Mahomes is the system and Jalen Hurts is not. Although Jalen Hurts has better players all around than Patrick Mahomes, I can agree with that statement. Jalen Hurts elevates everybody around him. You think they can run them read options without Jalen Hurts? You think they can run them RPOs without Jalen Hurts thinking? He literally has to think before he makes a decision every play. Like, the man is so mentally smart and he doesn't make any mistakes. And the Eagles basically have that #1 seed locked up. The Eagles are going to be 15-2 or 16-1. Like, realistically, the Eagles are only going to lose one more game this year. Jalen Hurts has clinched that playoff spot. He's going to have more wins than Patrick Mahomes by the end of the season. And he's just overall producing without turning the ball over. Now, you can comment down below if you have an argument for Patrick Mahomes and why you think he's the MVP. But this is my reasons why I think Jalen Hurts is the MVP. He does not turn the ball over as much as Patrick Mahomes does. He throws the ball way less than Patrick Mahomes and only has 1,000 less passing yards than him. He throws the ball, I think he has almost 200 less attempts than him. Come on now. Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball way more efficiently than Patrick Mahomes. It might not look how Patrick Mahomes looks with sidearms and all that stuff like that, but Jalen Hurts is definitely going to be the MVP this 2022 season. He's currently #1 in the odds to win an MVP, so y'all know who I got for MVP. Jalen Hurts, man. Drop a big like on the video if you agree. Drop a big like even if you didn't agree. And comment your thoughts down below so we can have a little argument in the comments and a little debate, you know what I mean? And last not but least, share this video with anybody and everybody, your grandma, your auntie, anybody, feel me? Drop a big like if you haven't already. Make sure even if you're subscribed, make sure your post notifications are on because then you ain't gonna see none of my videos and there ain't no point. But yeah, it's been your boy Sammy 2 times. This is why Jalen Hurts is the MVP for 2022 over Patrick Mahomes. If you disagree, let me know. And yeah, I'm out.
I love you, Pacers.
Put a switch on my glizzy, got me feeling dizzy. Ay, she asked me how was my day, it was hella busy. Ay.